Why, hello, this is Thor from Pirate Software, and I'm here to give the monthly update for Heartbound development. So, first things first, Avocado is finished. All of it. All of it is done. All the dialogue is done, all the environments are done. There's a bunch of new environments that we actually didn't announce before that I ended up making because it's cooler for the story. A lot more interactions with Misery and Mania that are going to go on in that. A lot of cooler dialogue inside of Avocado's house and outside of Avocado's house. And in total, I believe there are 60 routes through Avocado's storyline now, which is a lot of routes. That being said, I think the whole thing comes out to about 700-800 lines of dialogue, of which you'll maybe experience 125, somewhere in there, something like that. And all of that has now been given over to the translators. So the translators are going to have to spend their time building that out and asking me about puns and asking me about jokes, and we have to work together to see if this stuff actually works. For those who don't know, Heartbound's been translated into Brazilian, Portuguese, Russian, French, Spanish, and Japanese. So I have to work with each of those translators on each of these languages to make sure that it's correct. And that means we have to rebuild puns, we have to rebuild jokes and things like that, not only to make sure that they work in that language, but they work culturally with that other culture, because localization isn't just, Google Translate. It doesn't work that way. We have to actually craft new jokes that are funny to those people. So that's what we're spending our time on doing right now. So that is where Heartbound's at right now. And now there's a bunch of other stuff going on. So next one is Shaye's health. Shaye is our artist and animator. Shaye does all of the art and animation for the entire studio. Anytime you see messages on Twitter with art on it, anytime you see any of the art in the video game, anytime you see any of our merchandise, any of that stuff, it's all made by Shaye. Shaye hurt his back badly, and he has what's called sciatica, which is the nerve in one of his legs from the lower spine to his leg is being pushed on or cramped in some way, and it basically feels like his leg is on fire at all times. So he's been going back and forth to the doctor. He's not allowed to lift anything. He's not allowed to move around or anything like that. He has to walk around with a cane, and I've just been taking care of him the whole time. So I have to take care of all the pets. I have to take care of everything in the house. Shaye can't lift anything. He can't do anything on his own. So because of that, most of my time has been spent on that. It's why I haven't streamed very often this month. It's been about half the days of the month I haven't streamed that I normally would. It's just because of this. So don't worry. I haven't quit working on the game. I'm not dead. Everything is, it's okay, but we're trying to find out what's wrong with Shaye to get him repaired like a robot, right? But yeah, so on the 11th of March, he's going to be going in to get an MRI. So hopefully we find out more about it then, and then we can move past this and he can get back to running around and digging for mushrooms in the forest, as he does. So that's the hope anyway. Okay, the next thing. I've actually been working on a tool for the stream, which is quite cool. This is called Twitch Alerts. Well, it's called Twitch Alerts internally right now, but it's built entirely in GameMaker Studio. Yo-Yo Games just gave GameMaker Studio the ability to have web-secure sockets, and this allows it to hook up to Twitch. Twitch has this thing called PubSub, and that allows you to pull down alerts like when somebody subscribes, when somebody follows the channel, when someone throws bits, all of that kind of stuff. So I built a framework for it in GameMaker Studio. Now, originally, this didn't work. I actually tried to make it with their new WebSocket secure functionality, and it didn't function at all. It would actually connect up to Twitch, and then it would immediately disconnect after the first message went through, and we didn't know what was wrong. It turns out that was originally communicating in binary, and only in binary. And it was expecting a text message to come through, just normal text. So, contacted Yo-Yo Games, they fixed the feature, and they just rolled that out this week, so it's working now, which is really good. And now that it's working, all of that stuff is, sent through to me, and we can now connect up to Twitch. Everything's good. And if you look at the bottom here, it's actually saying heartbeat, response, sent, ping pong, all this stuff that it's sending down here. That is it telling the server, hey, I'm still here. Hey, I'm still here. Hey, I'm still here. And when a message comes through on the channel, it'll actually throw all the data. Let me see if I can do this real quick. I'm going to go to my channel real fast. Which, if you haven't been there, it's twitch.tv/piratesoftware. And if I go into the chat and I actually send probably a channel points message. We're going to do it as a channel points. I'm going to say, witness me. There we go. And you can see down at the bottom there, that has just come through. The channel points channel V1. And then the message and exactly what needs to be going through. That does that for everything. So we can read in real time exactly when people throw bits or throw subs or follow or any of that kind of stuff, and then I can do stuff with it inside of GameMaker Studio. Now, the reason that this is cool is I'm not going to be hooking this up to Heartbound, but it does mean that I could build fully interactive stuff that links into Twitch later. And if I wanted to, I could make Twitch plays Heartbound, which would be kind of funny to me. So maybe I'll do that. I'm like really excited to really play around with this, but right now I have really kind of bare bones stuff. It's just popping up with names. It's just popping up with some debug text, and I think if you throw bits right now, it puts barons on the screen. But this is all temporary until I make cooler alert systems with this and try other things. So I'm excited for this. It's something you guys are going to be seeing on the stream going forward, and I'm probably just going to keep building it off stream because I have a good understanding of this framework now that I've built and a good understanding of how the messages come down. And we just keep making neat stuff, basically. Okay, so the next one is the Game Jam winners. So we had a ton of submissions. In total, I think we had about 70 teams register. And I think we had like 54 teams that submitted. So it was a lot of people. And if you didn't win or you didn't get a response about your position in that, don't worry. You're not a bad game developer. It's okay to fail in the beginning. It's okay to lose in the beginning. This is the whole point. How many times have you played an RPG and died in it? How many times have you played an MMO and died in it? Building things like this and not succeeding is part of learning. It's a very good thing that you took part in this because you're going to carry this knowledge with you for the rest of the time that you ever make games or software or any type of interactive experience for anyone. Keep making games. Whether you won or not, keep making games. With that being said, the winning teams, because there were 4 of them, we actually ended up choosing a grand winner and then 3 runners-up. So the runners-up were Alki and the Jams, which was very fun. Really enjoyed your game. Team Spaghetti Wolf and Eisen Prod. So those were the 3 runner-up teams. And then the winning team was Team Sock Drawer with their game Darkened, which was very, very, very cool. So if you want to see those games, contact those people on Discord. For the next jam, that's going to start on April 15th. So that's coming up pretty soon. And you're going to want to check develop.games, the website. It's actually develop.games, so www.develop.games, or when the next game jam goes on. It'll give you all the information there. We run 3 of these a year. This was the 7th one ever run. And yeah, I hope you guys take part in it. I hope you enjoy it. So with all the fun stuff out of the way, I wanted to talk about something a little more serious. Right now, there is a major conflict between Ukraine and Russia. And I wanted to talk a little bit about our community and what it means in times like this. People play games to escape from reality for a little while. They play games to spend time with their friends and family. I'm always going to make sure that regardless of what's going on in Meat Space, this community is always a place for you. I don't care what side of the conflict you're on. I don't care what political ideologies you have. None of that matters to me. The only thing that matters is that you can enjoy yourself here and you can spend time with people that you care about. Don't forget that. Along those same lines, there's a lot of economic sanctions that are being placed on Russia now. They've actually been removed from the SWIFT banking system. This is going to make things pretty hard for us. Our new Russian translator actually lives in Moscow, and I don't know how I'm going to pay them now. I have to go and talk to lawyers this week, discuss options, and find out exactly if I could even, if I can even do this. I have no idea. This also means that the Russian translation needs to be postponed until we figure these things out. This isn't because anyone is bad or anyone doesn't care. This isn't because we don't care about Russian players and we don't care about the Russian people in some way. That's not the case at all. Because we're a game developer and we're based in the United States and we have to abide by the laws of the United States. And while this is going on, I don't really have any other choice. So I'm hoping that we can find a resolution quickly, and I'm hoping that there's a way that we can still pay our translator and make sure that, the translation comes out. But for now, there's not really much I can do. So I'm sorry. And if you want to talk to me about it, let me know. But I am going to be talking to legal representatives to try and figure this out, and maybe we can come up with a solution. But yeah, with all that being said, that's everything that I had to talk about this month. And if anyone wants to talk to me, you can find me as Thor number 5264 up on Discord, and DM me there, or come watch me at piratsoftware.live or on twitch.tv/piratsoftware. That works as well. So, thanks everybody. I'll see you later.